The authenticity of life is based upon the value it has intrinsically, without the aid of any outside source or substance. It is what it is inherently. It doesn't need the help or aid of anything, being what it is. This is what reality is. This is what real is. Anything that doesn't possess these characters is not real. For example, happiness. If one was truly happy, they would never ever be able to entertain the ideal of being sad. Because happiness within itself is happiness. Sadness carries these same attributes. If sadness is sad and carries a certain emotional content, sadness can never change the orientation of what it is. It is sadness in and of itself. The make-believe world is the world that we can create, we can make. And the things that we make and the things that we create causes us to have a belief in a reality that doesn't really exist, a belief in a world that is only existing based upon our faith and confidence in it. If we never see a star fall from the sky, does that mean that a star never fell from the sky? Of course not. It only means that we didn't visually see it fall. Because in some part of the world, someone at some point in time saw a star fall from the sky. Even though we can't validate this being a matter of fact, it, however, is based upon someone else's point of view regarding the happening. So the reality of this world only is based upon our observation and our experience. If we all agree on something happening, then it is happening. Reality is what we perceive it to be, not what it is told to us as being. So with this being said, if all the properties of life shows this unreal value because in and of itself, it has no intrinsic weight, it has no intrinsic survival, it has no way of actually existing on its own by itself without the aid of something, then that is an indication that it is not real. And because it is not real, and all the properties of a life that make up this place that we call life and existence isn't real, then that allows us to create things that are not real. Because it's make-believe. Anything that's authentic and real, you can't arbitrarily create. For instance, oxygen. Oxygen in this state of existence is very real. The oxygen has been here since the beginning of time. Since your grandparents' grandparents and their grandparents' grandparents, humanity has been enjoying the ability to be around and be engulfed in this etheric thing that we call oxygen. We know this to be the case because the proof of their existence validates this. However, no matter how ethereal this thing is that we call oxygen, how much we enjoy it, mankind has still not figured out a way to create it. Why? Because it's real. That's like a cartoon character deciding to create a human life. It cannot happen because a cartoon character in and of itself cannot produce life. The cartoon character was created by life or by something or someone that exhibits attributes of real life. The cartoon character cannot exist on its own because it is not real. In like manner, everything that we enjoy and that we partake of in this existence exhibits the attributes of failure. The mere fact that it fades away and diminishes gives us a clear indication of its inauthenticity and that it's not real. So the power and the ability to create something unreal in this existence is based upon the only property of life that exhibits the ability to create things. And that property, and that entity is the living soul. The living soul is the only thing, a part of this thing that we call life, that has the ability to create. Anything that you see around you that is existing, that is moving, that is animating, is only because of the common result of some entity or some energy that is conscious of this existence. And that is the sole creator of this existence. Without a living soul, there cannot be a creation. If you look at the animal kingdom, they create. The insects, the amphibian plane, anything that you see around you that is able to create a creation has a living soul living within it. That living soul is responsible for creation. The living soul is the only thing that is etheric enough to create. Oxygen, the human mind can't conceive of a way to actually create oxygen because the human mind is very carnal. It lives in the world of carnality. And the human mind is not aware of itself. So therefore, it doesn't know that it's the creator. So the creator, the illustrator, the narrator, and the distributor of life is the only one that has the ability to create life in a make-believe world. And if we are living in a make-believe world, that means that we can create make-believe things. And what makes it make-believe is because we are making something that we are allowing others to believe. We are creating something. We are making something for you to believe. Even our own selves. And sometimes the creation be so authentic and so intrinsic in the way that it's created that we ourselves believe the creation to be real. It's actually not. So that means your cars, your automobiles, your jewelry, your homes, your money, none of it's real. None of it. It is all make-believe.